In this video, we're going to talk about Arsenal's new signing, Jurrien Timber, and whether he can become the main man for Arsenal in defence.
Welcome to the Arsenal, Jurrien. How excited are you to be joining the club?
Really excited, especially now I'm here. Everyone is so nice and yeah, it's so big and you can see it's a big club, so I'm really excited.
Yeah, it's great to see that Jurrien Timber is gassed to be at the club, to be here. He's really excited for a new chapter in his career, a new start, new surroundings, and yeah, he fully recognises the size of the club and the stature of it.
What was your first reaction when you knew the club were interested in you?
Obviously, Arsenal is a big club, so my first reaction was a happy reaction. I remember my agent calling me. At first, I couldn't believe it, but I was really happy.
Yeah, when a big club like Arsenal come calling, obviously you're going to be excited. We are, in my opinion, the third biggest club in England. So when a club of this size, this magnitude, wants to sign you, surely as a player, that's something to definitely uplift you, make you gassed, get you off your feet, etc. And you can see that was exactly how Jurrien was feeling.
We've seen the video of you as a teenager at Ajax saying that your ambition one day was to play for Arsenal.
I think it was because of my brothers. They always were an Arsenal fan. And I just loved seeing Arsenal play. They had big players, the way they play, the style. I just loved the club, and yeah, I had it from a young age. But my brothers kind of put it in me.
Yeah, it's kind of cool to see how he aspired to play for us one day in the future. Now he's actually playing for us. That's pretty cool and inspiring to see.
And Arsenal and Ajax have a long history, a tradition of buying players from Ajax. Obviously Dennis Bergkamp, but also Canu, Thomas Vermaelen. What does it mean to you to follow in the footsteps of those players?
There are a couple players, but there are not a lot. So I think it's special to be here as an Ajax player, and it's special that they notice you and they see me as the player I am, and I think it says a lot about me and about the club, that the relationship between Ajax and Arsenal.
Yeah, there have been a lot of players that have gone, from Ajax to Arsenal in the past, as the person said, and Jurrien Timber is now the latest person to follow that trend. And I guess we do kind of have a bit of a relationship with Ajax in terms of buying players from them. Hopefully, yeah, Timber can just sort of slot into our team really quickly, really effectively. Because obviously, yeah, he was playing at Ajax before, but now he's in London, North London. So hopefully he can adapt to this new kind of environment sooner rather than later.
We know that you're comfortable as a right-sided defender or central defender, but what do you feel is your best position? What's your strength?
Yeah, for me it doesn't really matter. I think that I'm lucky to say that I can play as a central defender, as a right fullback, sometimes even on the midfield. So I think that's a good thing, and I need to keep that.
Quite a nonchalant response there from Jurrien Timber, saying it doesn't really matter. He can play different positions, centre back, right back, sometimes even midfield. So he seems to be kind of quite a versatile player. He can play in different positions in defence, and then also occasionally waltz into that middle of the park area. So the fact that he can take up these different areas or positions on the pitch, it shows he has a lot of different, functionalities, a lot of different elements to his game, I assume. I've personally never watched him play, but I'm just assuming, going off what he's saying about the various positions he can play, that he is a player who can do a lot of different roles when asked to.
And have you spoken to Mikel Arteta about that, about what he sees as your role in the team?
Yeah, and he says the same thing. So we're on the same page. But yeah, I spoke to him a couple of times before I came here, obviously, and we had some good conversations.
Timber's building up that rapport with the manager, speaking to him often, getting to know him well, and it seems that they're talking quite a lot. When you build that relationship with your manager, that will hopefully translate onto the pitch. When Mikel is barking instructions to his team, Jurrien, hopefully, yeah, he'll just get on well with the manager throughout his time at Arsenal.
Do you know much about the current team? Did you watch much for last season, for example?
I watched a lot of games, obviously, because Arsenal were doing good, and they're a fun team to watch. And they have great players in the team, so I can't wait to see what they can do in real life.
Yeah, well, it's cool to see that he's watched us, in the season that just went by. He watched us a lot of times, some of our games, because, yeah, we were fantastic last season, came ever so close to winning that Premier League title. And obviously, it's clear to see that Jurrien appreciates good football. Me, myself, obviously, as an Arsenal fan, I watched us a lot, but I also enjoy watching teams that are playing at a high level like Man City, etc. So watching, high quality teams is always exciting. And yeah, I think maybe the way we played last season is one of the things that convinced him to come to the club.
One of the players that you might know a bit about is Bukayo Saka, because you played against him, didn't you, in the Under-17 European Championships in 2018?
I played against him, yeah, there was a semi-final, I think. I think he was a left fullback, So it was kind of 2 against 1 for me with the left wing and Saka.
Yeah, it's cool to see that Jurrien Timber played against Bukayo Saka at international level when Jurrien was playing for Holland and Bukayo was obviously playing for England. I think it was now the fact that they're both at the same team, it's pretty cool that they're now teammates linking up together.
So what would you say are your main strengths, your main qualities as a player?
I just like the way Arsenal plays. It's a bit similar as to Ajax style, and I like to play from the back. I'm quick. That's the way I like to play, and I want to show it here as well.
Yeah, so you could see that Jurrien just talking about his style of play, the way he likes to play. And yeah, hopefully that can kind of give us a bit of an indication of how he'll play for us on the pitch at Arsenal when he plays his first couple of games. And yeah, hopefully just fits into our team really well. And he is, one of our main guys at the back. Maybe he won't start every game, maybe he won't be one of the first names on the team sheet, but hopefully he'll get into the squad every now and then, the starting 11. And yeah, it'll be interesting for sure. As to how he performs, we'll only find out in due course.
So do you have a message for all the Arsenal supporters who are excited to see you in action?
I'm also excited to play for this beautiful club, and I can't wait to start and to see the fans obviously in the stadium.
Yeah, it's obviously going to be exciting to see him play on the pitch for the first time for the Arsenal. Hopefully, he fits into this team really well and we see him at his best. But in terms of how he actually plays, we don't know until he actually steps out onto that pitch. But yeah, hopefully he can hit the ground running and he'll be a good signing for us.